The xenobiology professor's crystalline appendages clicked against the datapad as she pulled up another human medical document. As you can see, Professor Xylith announced to her class, humans possess remarkably fragile physiology. Their skin tears easily, their bones fracture under minimal pressure, and they lack any regenerative capabilities. Taven, a young Corthian with iridescent scales, raised one of his forearms. Is it true they require immediate medical intervention for even minor injuries? Correct, Xylith confirmed. Human medical facilities are among the most advanced in the known galaxy precisely because they need constant repair. Their trauma documentation is extensive. The class murmured in sympathy. Earth had applied for Galactic Coalition membership, and understanding human fragility was considered essential for interspecies cooperation. No one wanted to accidentally hospitalize their human colleagues with a friendly pat on the back. Today, the professor continued, we have human intern Jackson Reeves demonstrating their emergency medical protocols. Given their vulnerability, this should prove educational. Jackson entered the laboratory with an easy stride, carrying a small red bag with a white cross symbol. He was tall by human standards, with dark skin and a remarkably relaxed demeanor for someone from such a dangerous species. Hey everyone, he greeted, setting the bag on the demonstration table. So I'm going to show you what we do when we get hurt in the field. Before anyone could prepare, Jackson pulled a standard utility knife from his pocket and dragged it across his forearm. Blood welled immediately from the 3-inch gash. The classroom exploded into chaos. Students scrambled backward. Several activated emergency beacons, and Professor Xylith's skin flickered through 7 different warning colors. Medical team to Xenobiology lab, she shrieked into her comm device. Human is injured. Jackson looked up, confused by the panic. What? Oh, relax everyone. This is just a demonstration cut. It's not even deep. Not even deep. Taven's voice pitched higher than his species' normal range. You're hemorrhaging. You require immediate regenerative therapy. For this, Jackson glanced at his arm where blood now dripped onto the sterile floor. Nah, this is barely worth a bandage. Watch. He opened his red bag and pulled out a small bottle, some white fabric strips, and a tube of something. The watching aliens pressed against the far wall, certain they were about to witness a human death. Jackson squeezed clear liquid from the bottle onto a white pad and pressed it directly into the wound. His jaw clenched slightly, but he didn't make a sound. Saline flush gets the dirt out, he explained casually, as if he wasn't performing surgery on himself. Next came a tube, labeled antibiotic ointment. He smeared along the cut with his finger. Prevents infection. Humans are pretty good at fighting off bacteria, but why take chances? Then, most horrifyingly, he pinched the edges of the wound together and began wrapping it tightly with the white fabric. Basic pressure bandage. Stops the bleeding, keeps everything in place while it heals. While it heals, Professor Xylith whispered, "You're not seeking medical attention? For this? It'll close up on its own in a few days. Might leave a small scar, but that's fine. I've got plenty of those." He held up his other arm, showing several thin white lines. Cut for broken glass, burned from a campfire, scraped it on barbed wire. You collect them over the years. The medical team burst through the door with a hovering regeneration pod, only to find Jackson calmly repacking his first aid kit. False alarm, he told them. Just a teaching demonstration. Taven stared at the human who had just stitched himself together with primitive materials and showed no signs of distress. Fragility suddenly seemed less like warnings and more like comedy. Humans weren't fragile because they broke easily. They were considered fragile because they kept functioning long after they should have stopped, fixing themselves with whatever they had available and treating catastrophic damage as a minor inconvenience. Any questions? Jackson asked the silent classroom. No one answered. They were too busy recalculating everything they thought they knew about humans.